The government is too powerful. One way to eliminate their power is the Bill of Rights, sometimes called is the Declaration of Rights. It is a list of the most important rights to a citizens of a country. Bills of Rights is a protection of individual. That is why it is important to know the 1987 Constitution of the Republic of the Philippines, Article 3, also known the Bills of Rights.
Article 3, Bill of Rights, Section 1. No person be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, or shall any person be denied the equal protection of the laws. It means the right of the people to be secure in their person, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable search shall be not violated, and no warrant shall issue, but upon probable cause supported by affirmation.
Article 3, Bill of Rights, Section 2. The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures of whatever nature and for any purpose shall be inviolable, and no search warrant or warrant of arrest shall issue upon probable cause to be determined personally by the judge, after examination under oath or affirmation of the complainant and the witnesses he may produce, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or the things to be seized.
Privacy of communication and correspondence shall be inviolable except upon lawful order of the court, or when public safety or order requires otherwise as prescribed by law. Any evidence obtained in violation of this or the preceding section shall be inadmissible for any purpose in any proceeding.
Right to privacy is not violated when public safety or order requires it. Example, there is a policeman enter a house because someone is shouting for help. So this is not violation of right to privacy.
Bills of Rights, Article 3, Section 4, stated that no law shall be passed abridging the freedom of speech, of expression, or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and petition the government for redress or grievances. No law should be made that would block the freedom of the people in any manner. Speech, expression, and or of the press. There are four rights embodied in this section. First is the freedom of expression. When you say freedom of expression, every individual has the right to speak, utter whatever he wants without prior restraint. Freedom of speech doesn't mean you can say anything that you want, but there is a mandatory limitation because spreading propaganda, malicious gossip, and hate speeches is slander. Next is right to a free pass. When you say right to a free pass, every individual has the right to write, publish, and circulate whatever he pleases without restraint. It covers every sort of publication such as newspaper, magazine, books, leaflets, and the like, including radio and television. Filipino must not be restricted from writing or publishing their opinions and beliefs. They must be free to write, publish, circulate whatever they please without constraint. Next is freedom of assembly. When you say freedom of assembly, every individual has the right to come together and collectively express, promote, pursue, and defend their idea. Next is the right to petition. When you say right to petition, every individual has the right to make a claim to and to seek assistance of one's government without fear or punishment or reprisal. People may depend the right to petition the government or other institution for a redress of grievances given that it is peacefully done with consent of all and for a good cause.
So I'm here to tackle about Bill of Rights Section 5. Bill of Rights Section 5, no law shall be made respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. The free exercise and enjoyment of religious, profession, and worship without discrimination or preference. It should be forever allowed. No religious test should be required for the exercise of civil and political rights. So I'm here to tackle about Bill of Rights Section 5. Bill of Rights Section 5, no law shall be made respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. The free exercise and enjoyment of religious, profession, and worship without discrimination or preference. It should be forever allowed. No religious test should be required.
Section 6. The liberty of a vote of changing the same within the limit prescribed by the law shall not be impaired, except upon lawful order of the court. Neither shall the right to travel be impaired, except in the interest of the national security, public safety, or public health as may be provided by law. Ito yung pwede kang pumunta ng ibang bansa or manirahan sa ibang bansa, pero nagbibigay sila ng travel ban, kung saan hindi ka pwedeng pumasok at lumabas ng ibang bansa. Katulad ng ating bansa ay nag-travel ban dahil sa seguridad ng mga tao at seguridad ng ating bansa.
Section 7. The right of the people to information on matters of public concern shall be recognized. Access of official records and to documents and papers pertaining to official acts, transactions, or decisions, as well as to government research data used as basis for policy development shall be afforded the citizen, subject to such limitations as may be provided by the law.
Section 8. The rights of the people, including those employed in the public and private sectors, to form unions, associations, or society for purposes not contrary to law shall not be abrogated. It's all about freedom.
Article 3, Section 9 of the Constitution states that the private property shall not be taken for the public use without just compensation. Toward this end, the state shall ensure the owners of the real property acquired for a national government infrastructure project for the public pay just compensation.
No law infringing the obligation of contract shall be passed. In Section 10, explained that this must be equivalent to saying no state shall pass a law revoking, invalidating, or altering a contract.
Section 11. Free access to the courts and quasi-judicial bodies and adequate legal assistance shall not be denied to any person by reason of a property. It means protect your right to protest by holding meetings and demonstrations with other people. You also have the right to be a part of a trade union.
Section 12. Any person under investigation for the commission of an offense shall have the right to be informed of his right to remain silent and to have competent and independent counsel, preferably of his own choice. If the person cannot afford the services of counsel, he must provide with one. These rights cannot be waived except in the writing and in the presence of counsel. Second, no torture, violence, threat, intimidation, or any other means shall violate the free will shall be used against him. Secret detention, places, solidarity, incommunicado, or other similar forms of detention are prohibited. Any confession or admission obtained in violation of this or Section 17 hereof shall be inadmissible in evidence against him. Fourth, the law shall provide for penal and service sanctions for violations of this section as well as compensation to and rehabilitation of victims of torture or similar practices and their families.
Right, Article 3, Section 13 stated that all persons except those charged with offenses punishable by reclusion perpetua when evidence of guilt is strong shall before conviction be bailable by sufficient sureties or be released on recognizance as may be provided by law. The right to bail shall not be impaired even when the privilege of the right of habeas corpus is suspended. Excessive bail shall not be required. The purpose and form of bail is to relieve an accused from imprisonment until his conviction and yet secure his appearance at a trial. Anyone charged with a capital offense or capital offenses punishable by reclusion perpetual, life imprisonment, or death.
Section 14. No person shall be held to answer for a criminal offense without due process of the law. The prosecution will determine if the complaint is valid by the imposer. If it's valid, the information will be filled before to go to the trial and the judgment. It means the right to call or have a lawyer who help or defend the
15. The privilege of the writ of habeas corpus shall not be suspended except in cases of invasion or rebellion when the public safety requires it. It simply states here that we should respect the role of individuals, people, or organization to enable the people to pursue and protect, with a democratic framework, their legitimate and collective interests and aspirations through peaceful and lawful means. Every individual is equal before and under the law and has the right to equal protection and the equal benefit of law without discrimination, and in particular without discrimination based on race, national or ethnic origin, color, religion, sex, age, or mental or physical disabilities.
16. All persons shall have the right to a speedy disposition of their cases before all judicial, quasi-judicial, or administrative bodies. The right of speedy disposition of cases is violated only when the proceedings are attended by vexatious, capricious, and oppressive delay. The accused failed to raise any specific details of the proceedings that were attended by vexatious, capricious, and oppressive delays. 16. All persons shall have the right to a speedy disposition of their cases before all judicial, quasi-judicial, or administrative bodies. The right of speedy disposition of cases is violated only when the proceedings are attended by...
17. No person shall be compelled to be a witness against himself. Section 17 explained that they can refuse to answer questions, refuse to make potentially incriminating statement, or refuse to testify a criminal in any criminal case.
Section 18. 1. No person shall be detained solely by reason of his political beliefs and aspirations. 2. No involuntary servitude in any form shall exist except as punishment for a crime whereof the party shall have been duly convicted.
Article 3. Bills of Rights. Section 19. Excessive fine shall not be imposed, nor cruel, degrading, or inhuman punishment inflicted. Neither shall that penalty be imposed unless for compelling reason involving heinous crimes. The Congress hereafter provides for it, and that penalty already imposed shall be reduced to reclusion perpetua. 2. The employment of physical, psychological, or degrading punishment against and prisoners or detains of the use of substandards or inadequate penal facilities under subhuman condition shall be dealt with by laws. In respect of an investigation, under the statute, a person shall not be subjected to any form or coercion, duress or threat, to torture, or to any other form of cruel, inhuman, or degrading treatment of punishment.
Article 3, Section 20 of the Philippines Constitution states that no person shall be imprisoned for debt or non-payment of the wealth tax, but creditors will bring you to the court to demand and enforce payment of your debt.
Section 21. No person shall be twice put in jeopardy of punishment for the same offense. If an act is punished by a law and an ordinance, conviction, or acquittal, under either shall constitute a bar to other protection for the same act. Section 22. No ex post facto law or bill of attainder shall be enacted. Ex post facto is most typically used to refer to a criminal statute that punishes actions retroactively, thereby criminalizing conduct that was illegal when originally performed.